Hey everybody, it's Romania Black. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're finally here. Okay, so we have this one part left, chapters 24 through 27, and that should finish us off with the rest of season two for the donghua. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the novel and the manhwa. And then after this, we are taking a hiatus from reviewing the novel, audio drama, and manhwa because season three is back. So this will be the last, this is part six of my journey through the novel, manhwa, and audio drama. And I'm going to cut it shut for right now, cut it off for right now, and then come back to it after season three ends to finish out the rest of the book. Because even though season three, I'm sure they'll put a lot of information in it, I'm sure there'll be a lot of stuff cut out because we're only, I think, 27 chapters in, and there's like 100 or so chapters in the whole thing. So there's a lot left to go through. But I do want to react to chapters 24 through 27 and talk about those. And then after season three, I want to go through the extras. I want to go through the rest of the audio drama and cut through those. And I'll probably do that simultaneously while watching The Untamed. Probably, but I don't want to get to The Untamed until after I'm done watching this. So, this show. So I'm so excited. I actually, it'll be nice doing the donghua for a little bit of a change because I will be honest, it takes a lot to get through the novel chapters, the manhwa, and then do my notes before coming in to do the audio drama. So there has been a lot of prep with these parts, but I've really enjoyed it because it's awesome having all three parts of Modao Zushi that you can kind of go through, or all four rather, when you have the donghua, the audio drama, the novel, and the manhwa, because they all complement each other so well. But the donghua, I have to give the animation studio praise because they really had a hard task of adapting this, and for them to adapt the way that they have so far has been really good. Like there's so much from season one we've not even touched in the novel yet, so I'm really excited to get back to that, especially a certain part that we'll talk about in this episode here today. But I'm really excited for season three, but I'm also excited to get into those flashbacks, to get back into that story in the actual novel and see what all was left out. So that part's going to be pretty exciting. So with that being said, we are going to start examining the audio drama here now. So I got my headphones. I'll put them suckers on, and then let us get ready, shall we? And so, yeah, we are going to do chapters 24 through 27 of the audio drama and then talk about the novel and the manhwa.
And so we are going to start the audio drama here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Oh. Oh, Chang. Oh. Oh, Chang, buddy. Oh my god. So awkward. He doesn't break the tea glass. The way he says woo shit, it's like, oh my god, no. The way he says wait whoosh, and it's like, ugh. He doesn't break the tea glass like he did in the novel, but that's alright. Oh my god. Oh man. Ah. What's there to deny? Oh, this back and forth. Yeah, Chang's not gotten any better. Oh! Woo! Yeah! Win! Well, you did, yes. Oh, and Chang gets really cruel here. Like, this is really cruel. Oh. Someone so celebrated for his righteousness tolerate the likes of you. That was cruel. Chang, crossing some lines. Watch your language. Chang's voice actor is so good. Yeah. You old man. The promises you made. Oh. And in the book, we haven't gotten to the Lotus Pier flashback yet, so this is such foreboding and foreshadowing. Oh. And he says the current Lotus Pier, but has he not really rebuilt it? It's because you were yelling at me that I didn't get to tell you. And Baby Ling. Oh. It's a lie. Yeah. You were in the castle this morning. Yep. Because the sad thing is that Ling knows that Chang has killed people before, thinking they were Wushan. And so he's actually trying to protect Mojan Yu, since they are technically family. Okay. Which is funny because Wushan hates dogs. What do you still want? Yeah. Yeah, he wants to just avenge his sister. Mm. God, Chang. And he ties him up using Zidian, I guess. About that. Yeah, he wants him to hear it. Did you guys make out or something? I'll break your legs, tough love Chang. Old tough love Uncle Chang. Really? Man. Damn gay. Ah. Even though Mojan Yu's like probably the same age as him. I love that Chang has made Zidian listen to Ling. I love that. That's so sweet. Duh. That's just such a sweet gesture that he would. It's kind of like Madame Yu passing it down to him. He passes it down to Baby Ling. It makes me worried about Chang. He better not die. Oh, such a loser. What'd you call it? Which is hilarious because Wushin named his sword whatever, and he's getting mad because Ling named his dog Fairy. Your way of naming isn't any better. Yeah, the puppies. I mean, Love is a weird name. They were expensive girls in brothels. That charlatan. Lanzan. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. That's the sad part. It's not the first time. Hmm. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy is. Funny that. I love that he's like, so quit messing. If you're gonna have an affair, don't have it with anybody from the Jin clan, please. And Wushin's like, trust me, not planning on having an affair with anybody from the Jin clan. The Lan clan, on the other hand, young man. Oh my god. And if you've not watched the donghua, you don't get it. But and the music changes. It's like thank you and I'm sorry. I just the foreshadowing, the foreshadowing. Oh, baby Ling. And he knocks him out to see the curse mark. This kid, Wushin calling him like young man and a kid, acknowledging how old he is. Ugh, can't. Oh, why are we doing this here now? This was not in the novel yet. Oh, oh, we didn't get that in the novel, the manhwa yet. A stupid method that can be used to transfer it to himself. Ugh. Yeah, he doesn't mean it. He's a big old softy, you know. Oh. Oh my god. This whole part here is my favorite, the whole set of chapters. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've been waiting on you. Why are you kneeling? It's just funny. Yep. Kind of. I was only gone a few hours! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god! I can't. It's like the most we've heard him talk the whole series. Uh, the back! You're going back! Oh! Does it look bad? Does it look good? Yes! You never remember these kind of things. I'm glad this is canon. We have this established. Woo. Gary's in Randall style! Ah! Carrying him around town, bridal style, and then just to the end. Wanji, my dude, is will to get revenge so strong. Dude, he ain't trying to get revenge. Shameless, yeah. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't get that it's the Wangshin theme. He doesn't get it. That's so frustrating. Because his memory isn't good. Oh my god. And then he just kicks it open. Ah! Yeah! Oh my god. Hui Sing's reaction to them in the Manhua novel is so freaking good. I love it. It's like an interrogation. I love it. You you couldn't have in the donghua Wanji carrying him through the streets and leading him back to this. You had to do him, clumsily coming into the novel's better. The novel does it better. Oh, 3 defense lines. Yeah, they only talk about the castle in the book. Ooh, yeah. You're either going to tell us or everybody's going to question you. Oh, Wushin, that's so good. He sounds so devilish there. Yeah, this whole thing with the Knee Clan is pretty messed up. Ooh. It's gotta stay here. Oh my gosh. But then he has. Okay. Yeah, Wanji's like, spill the beans. I love that we tie back to the flashback at the cloud recesses to know that he was a butcher. All of the former sect leaders died the same way. They all died the same way, which is interesting. So it wasn't just him. Ah. It is, isn't it? It is getting close. No, it's different. It's totally different. Yeah. Instead of living people, it's just spirits and monsters. This is so messed up on so many levels. We'll just find corpses to give them. Hmm. Yeah, I like that Wushin and Wanji are probably just like, okay. Hmm. But it wasn't with bad intentions. The gravediggers, yeah. Uh, this is interesting getting like the grave robbers' perspective on all of this. The music in this show is just absolutely wonderful. But yeah, it's interesting that they bring up how similar to demonic cultivation this is. We'll have to talk about that. Oh my gosh. It's like Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. You're not. Oh my gosh. Well, that's messed up. Awesome. Cool beans. Ah. Hmm. A hall of sabers. Mm-hmm. And that's where the rumor started, and Hui Seng just spread the rumor even more. So you would think there's a monster. Mm-hmm. Well, of course not. You'd keep people from trying to vandalize and break in. Yep. Uh-huh. I'm like, Ling, what were you doing? Why were you blowing a hole into this clearly creepy castle? That's beside the point. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well, that would only bring more attention. Yeah. If you had people stationed there, it would just draw attention. Fairy bit my finger, and it really hurt. The voice is a lot deeper than I expected for Wei Sang, but it sounds so pathetic that it fits really well. It sounds like someone crying. And Wei Sang doesn't realize it's Wushin. Mm, mm. Yeah. Yeah, otherwise it would happen to him just like his brother. That's a big thing. Better to be a good for nothing. We didn't talk about that. And in the novel, Wanji can't look. Oh my god. Play it properly. Yes. Fine. I guess since you know it's me. True. Yeah. The music of this is just so choice. I love it. But yeah, Wanji's like, I'm tired of hearing your half-ass flute playing. Show me what you got. Yeah, in the manhwa, it's so good when Wanji turns away. It's like he's like, I'm thinking improper things. Ugh. I love the idea of them harmonizing together. Hmm. Ha! No. Hmm. Imagine that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, here's the thing that they're rebuilding the walls and they get all the corpses out, but if you're trying to keep it all a secret, then what the heck? But I guess the sect people know. And you. You're going to repair it one more time. Uh-huh. Yeah, this part's messed up too. They just got random bodies. Ugh, that's so creepy. So it's like you don't even know where you got these bodies from. Funny that. Hmm. No, that's not it. Legs. Deep pants these corpses. We're all men here. It's fine. Ah! Wait. I'll do it. Ah! Wanji's like, I got this. Sewn on by someone so creepy. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That's creepy. No, thank you. Oh, it's gonna end there? Oh, the novel and the manhwa goes on a little bit more. So, oh my gosh. Someone had commented back a couple videos ago that I wanted to bring up, but the idea of Wushin and Wanji being yin and yang, like Wushin and Wanji both being, dark and light, and the flute and the zither being like the yin and yang of instruments, but the flute that Wushin plays is defined as like by gender as a male flute. So it's like two guys that make the yin and yang, which I think is really, really cool. I love that idea that these two are like perfectly harmonizing with each other. And Wanji is your stoic, serious one that's very compassionate. And Wushin is our forgetful, chaotic gremlin. And they're just perfect for each other. It's just like when I read that comment, I was like, no, this is exactly right. I love this so much. That went by so fast. But that means the preview is possibly going to have stuff related to season 3. So, do I watch it? Do I not watch it? No, I'm going to watch it. We've only got a week until the new season comes out. So, at this point, a little 30-second teaser isn't going to kill anybody. Right? Right? Nah, it won't. I just want a little tiny preview to take with me as we go into the 3rd season. I don't think that's asking for much. I don't think it is. Nah. Okay. Yang! Oh, he's one of the new ones. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, we're getting into things. Yes, sir. Okay.
Oh, buddy. Oh my gosh. So yeah, these chapters, we're officially caught up. So this section of chapters 24 through 27, and then in the manhwa, it was chapters 54 to 59, although partway through 59, I had to stop because as soon as we got to a certain part, I was like, oh, okay, this is where the novel ended. And the audio drama ends even sooner than the novel or the manhwa, so I thought that was interesting. But so chapter 24, man, the reuniting of Wuxian and Chang. Chang is such a bitter, bitter character, and I love the voice actor of him in this. Just just being so like condescending and laughing and smirking and being like, "Oh yeah, really?" when he's really super pissed off at Wuxian. So Ling establishes that he's been taking people into custody, convinced they were Wuxian for years, and he normally kills them, which is terrifying. It's like, Chang, dude. But Wuxian, he finally is convinced is him. And so it's like, did you really kill those other guys because they were just imitating Wuxian and that made you mad, or were you really going to kill Wuxian? Like, he clearly hates Wen Ning more, and so I want to think that most of Chang's anger is directed towards Wen Ning because he killed Zixuan, and then because of everything that happened that led to Yanli's death. But Chang, I just want to hug him and be like, dude, but Chang has such a bad temper. He takes after Madame Yu so much, and he just has a bad temper about everything. And I think we get that epitomized in the thing about the dogs, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I, it's just so hard because you think back to season one of the donghua when you saw them swear to be the twin heroes of the Lotus Pier, and when Chang tells him, he's like, "You never remember your promises." It's like, that was one of the promises, and it's like, ugh. And we'll talk about Wuxian's memory, but it's just so sad because Chang, I like Chang as a character so much, but I just want him to be happy and to be and for him and Wuxian to be happy brothers together. And I don't know how the series is going to even make that work at this point because he hates him so much. I don't know how that's going to go down, but it's just so tragic. Um, so yeah, we get the flashback that connects to Modazushi Q. I was like reading the novel going, oh yeah, this is exactly what happened to Modazushi Q. It's them chasing Chang because it makes sense that Wuxian, it's established, is afraid of dogs. And so in the novel and in this, Wuxian says that Fang Mian told Chang he had to get rid of his puppies that he had because Wuxian was afraid of him. And in the novel, Chang talks about how he gets really mad and he throws a tantrum, but then he gets rid of them. And he's mad at Wuxian for a while, but then they decide they kind of become brothers through this bonding experience. And then Chang kind of has dogs chase Wuxian and they get in a lot of mischief together. But Wuxian notes how he's terrible at naming things. He calls, which I thought Jasmine and Princess were good dog names, but yeah, Love is a weird name for a dog. But it's so sad because those are like really wholesome names and kind of show that Chang has like a lot of emotion. And then you see him now and you're like, yeah, you've got a lot of emotion. Most of it's like rage. Um, but Ling, importantly, does not believe that Wuxian is that it's not. He doesn't think it's Wuxian and Mojani's body. He thinks that since Vivian didn't work, that it's not him. And so I don't know how this series is going to handle that. Like, when is Ling going to find out? Because he's got to find out eventually. But I like to just set up the thank you and I'm sorry. I am actually glad that I watched the donghua first and got to see that moment with Ching and with Wuxian because that is such a powerful, powerful moment of Ching and Wuxian with the thank you and I'm sorry. And it's just perfectly foreshadowed here. And I love that. But I'm like, man, when they get to it, it's going to tear me up again. I just know it is. And the fact that Wuxian says young man, like Wuxian and Mojang Yu's body is like the same age as Ling, if not younger. And he says young man, like so mature, like I'm your older uncle and I'm telling you these things. And Ling's just like, what the heck? Um, but we did get some important information about Wuxian. We found out that he went to the Lotus Pier at the age of 9, so a lot older than I thought. I thought, based on the Dongwall, he was like 5 when Feng Mian found him, but he was 9, and Cheng was just a little bit younger. So I thought that was really, really interesting. And then, oh my God, it follows pretty much the Dongwall beat for beat, but I like the change that I like how the novel originally had it, where Wanji's been sitting there waiting, and Wuxian just shows up and Wanji is kind of mad at first that Wuxian's late, but then Wuxian like trips and falls over from getting hit with Zidian, and of course Wanji becomes instantly protective of Wuxian all over again. And that line from Wanji where he's like, "I was only gone a few hours," And Wushin's like, well, a lot can happen in a few hours. It's probably my favorite part of this whole set of chapters. No, it's not my favorite part, but it's one of them. Because Wanji's like, I leave you alone for an hour and you cause all this destruction to get a curse mark on you. And of course, Wushin's like, everything's fine. And then Wanji saying, waiting. Oh, my fangirl heart, just fangirling to pieces. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but Wanji's talked so much in this set of chapters. He's talked more in this set of chapters than I think he has the entire show. And I'm just like, I am in love with it. His voice actor, Chef's Kiss, the whole thing, and the tie back. Here's the funny thing: we haven't seen in the audio drama, the novel, and the manhwa, we haven't seen Wushin carrying Wanji yet. But apparently, it happens. I remember back when I was watching season one, some of you commented like, "Well, in the novel, Wushin actually does carry Wanji during the tournament when Wanji's leg gets hurt. It's after the cloud recesses burns down the first time there that Wanji got his leg hurt, and Wushin carried him on his back. And so that wasn't featured in the donghua, but several of you said, oh, in the novel it's a thing. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool, we'll get to that. And this is a callback to it. We as the audience just don't realize it yet. But Wanji's like, yeah, you carried me on my back before. And Wushin's like, I don't remember doing that, but I have a bad memory. I am so glad that the novel has established that Wushin is an unreliable narrator. He has a bad memory. It makes so much sense because some people do have bad memories in real life. And Wushin's one of them. He just doesn't remember things properly. And so, of course, he's an unreliable narrator. And this just kind of solidifies it. So, oh my gosh, we haven't gone back in the past to see some of these moments yet, which I'm assuming we will later on in the novel. But just that confirmation is so, so good. And it makes so much sense of why Wushin doesn't remember so many things. But Wanji's like, fine, you don't want me to carry you on my back? I'm going to carry you bridal style. And that line where it says carries bridal style, I lost it. That was amazing. But I have to point out, and you will see as I'm talking about this, panels from the manhwa. But the manhwa in this whole scene with the gone for a few hours and with him carrying in bridal style, the manhwa was gorgeous. This chapter, this set of chapters was absolutely hilarious. I love the worker that's working in the inn that sees Wanji carrying Wushin bridal style, and the worker, just his expression, he's like, it's so good. I love it. And Wanji just kicking the door in, like, oh my God, I could not be happier with that whole scene. And then he kicks it in, and I love in both the novel and the audio drama doesn't do it as well, but the novel and the in the novel and in the manhwa, always things like, I don't, I don't know. Like he's like, what is happening? His reaction to Wang Shin is priceless. I absolutely love it in the manhwa. It's worth reading just to get to these chapters alone, I think. So yeah, let's talk about Hui Sang. So the whole Ni family situation with the sword, it's pretty messed up. I've read it 3 times now in the manhwa, in the novel, and now in the audio drama. It's a pretty messed up situation. And I like that Wushin's like, now this is getting close to demonic cultivation, isn't it? And Hui Sang's like, no, 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 it's totally different. Totally different. Demonic cultivation stalks real people's lives. We're just using the lives of dead people. And it's like, is that totally different though? It's still using resentful energy, just of dead things rather than living. Isn't that kind of still the same thing? So I'm curious now that this has been established, going into that Three Brothers preview, we established that the elder Ni, so we've established the elder Ni brother's death is not really an uncommon or unexpected occurrence. That it's something that's been expected of all the clan leaders for the Ni sect. That they just those swords they just feed off this negative energy, and so the host, the person having the saber, will just get more and more irritable, and eventually will die of key deviation. I'm like, well, that sucks. So it makes sense why Hui Sen carries a fan instead of a sword, because it's like, I don't know what happened to me. And so I like the idea that he would rather be a worthless good for nothing than to grow more and more irritable and die the same way his brother did. Like, that's interesting. That gives me it gives me a very interesting perspective about the knees, because I agree with Wushin, it is kind of like demonic cultivation. It's skirting the line, but I get a much bigger appreciation for Wei Sang being like, I don't want to die. Like, he's cowardly for sure, but I don't blame him for not wanting to die a gruesome death like his brother. I don't blame him at all. So that's very fascinating. So fast. It's just adding another layer to everything as we go into this third season, like of Huesang's part in this. Like, where does this all fit in? And I'm curious if the negativity surrounding the knee sect cultivation is something that can be manipulated like demonic cultivation, because we've established that the resentful energy surrounding Wushan and demonic cultivation is something that can be manipulated. And somebody back in season 2 of the donghua was working behind the scenes in the flashback to manipulate that energy. And we've not seen that in the novel in this yet, so I'm assuming it's very important. And so I'm curious to know if the knee sect powers are able to be influenced in a similar manner. Very, very interesting, right? So that's curious. But yeah, I love that Wanji in his gay panic state, Wushin establishes that the curse mark is spreading, and he pulls his pants up. He pulls his pant leg up, and he's like, "Oh, it's up here past. It's on my thigh now." And you can't notice it in the audio drama. You just get like a. But in the manhwa and the novel, Wanji turns away. He's like, "Nope." He's like, "I'm having improper thoughts about Wushin. I can't look." It's so good. It's so freaking good. I absolutely love it. It's just so he's clearly thinking some things, and it's so good. I absolutely love that part of the manhwa. Again, these chapters in the manhwa have been my favorite so far for the Wangshen. I'm here for it. I'm ready for more. Just saying. And then we have chapter 27, and so we have the ghost hand is acting up, and the fact that Wanji carved out the flute to make it better and gives it to Wush, and he's like, play it properly. It's like just big dick energy all over the place, Wanji. And Wushin's like, well, okay, fine. But they establish that the curse mark is on the leg of its victims, both in Ling and Wushin's case. So it could be connected to the body, that the ghost hand's body is trying to gather up all of its parts. So of course they go back to what he's saying, who is conveniently trying to build the castle back up, which I don't think that's nefarious. I think he's literally like, we need to build the castle up before these corpses raid the town. So it gets why he's in a hurry. And then they examine the corpses. And I love that I was getting such a flashback to Twittering Birds Never Fly. I get such Domeki and Wanji parallels, which I love both of those characters, so it makes sense. And then Wushin and Yashiro parallels. But Wanji being like, I'll do it. I'll de-pants the corpses. I was like, will you? And of course, he keeps it classy. He uses Bishin instead of his hands, like a true gentleman. But yeah, they realize that these body parts have been sewn together. That's not odd. That's not weird. And it's a nice callback to earlier in season 2 of the donghua when we saw the bodies being sewn together, but we've not got to that part of the novel yet. That's the only frustrating thing, is that so much we've seen in the donghua, like I would say half of seasons 1 and season 2 altogether, we've not seen in the novel yet, which is interesting to me. I'm curious that we're getting that after season 3's events. Wild. But yeah, so the question is, who's the body of the corpse? And for the longest time, watching the donghua, I was convinced that it was the elder Knee brother, that it was his corpse. But the more I thought about it in listening to this, I'm like, I don't know, because they make it sound like the Knee brother, like the saber's there, like whatever. I'm wondering if it's the corpse of Ruhan's eldest son, that the eldest son the Knee brother fought and killed, if it's his body that's been torn apart, his soul's been torn apart and scattered. Because that would make sense. They don't like the winds to begin with. It's Ruhan's eldest son who's a threat. Of course, the body would have all this resentful energy. So I'm curious now. They said it's got to be someone who's strong and has very good cultivation skills. So I'm wondering if it's the elder Wind brother, if it's Chao's older brother. That would be interesting. We shall see. We shall see. But they're heading to Yuyang City to investigate and try to gather up the body parts. I love the detective work. I love it. I had to stop the manhwa because I was starting to get into stuff past the novel. But I will say the only part I saw extra was, and I don't have a picture of it yet because I'm going to save it till I go back. But I'm assuming that maybe season 3 will touch upon it. But and it might not though, because Wanji got rid of the curse mark in the donghua, so I bet they won't touch on it, which is sad. But I'll save the images for when I get to that part of the manhwa. But all I remember is that Rushin, and he's like, I think the curse mark has gone down, and Wanji's like, we need to check. And he's like, well, you'd have to strip me of all my clothes. And Wanji's like, when we get back to the end. And then when she goes, ha ha ha, I love it. I love it. I'm like, oh, they probably won't show that in the donghua because they've gotten rid of the curse mark conveniently, so they don't have to worry about it in this. But I'm so ready to read about it in the novel. I'm assuming that's going to be in the next couple of chapters. But oh my god, when she's just like, ha ha ha, you derobed me in the end. That's not. But yeah, y'all. Oh my god, these chapters were really good, really exciting stuff. But I am so ready for season 3 of the Donghua. I really am. And then when we go back, when season 3 is over, we've got 12 episodes of season 3. When it is over, I will come back and read the rest of the novel and watch the Untamed. And I'm really excited to do those things because it should be a lot of fun. So, yeah, with that being said, I'm curious to know your thoughts down below. Please let me know what you thought about these chapters of the novel, the manhwa, and the audio drama. But in the meantime, let me know your comments down below. Please, no spoilers. We're going to get into season 3 of the donghua very, very soon. But with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and I'll talk to y'all again very soon with more Mo Dazu Shi.